It's the show of the week.
Hello, welcome back to Show of the Week, the weekly segment where we talk musical theater and where it is way too hot to be wearing flannel. This week, let's talk about Seussical. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Tommy, but you don't like franchise musicals based on popular commodities, and in this case, that's not true. I think Seussical is the best example of a pre-existing set of characters and dramatic world taken into the genre of musical theater and done flawlessly. And this has been on my mind ever since I saw SpongeBob. There's a lot of similarities between what SpongeBob the Musical is trying to do and what Seussical the Musical did. Like, it stays true to the characters and expectations of this world that you already have, but puts a good musical theater twist on all of them, and doesn't lose sight of important morals and worthwhile story structure that so many other franchise productions do. Seussical is a great musical for kids, but it's also filled with great, important, I don't know, life lessons throughout the whole thing. I don't want to sound too sappy about it all, but like, you could make arguments that Seussical talks about depression and body image issues and teen angst and finding your place in the world and unwanted pregnancy. Like, these are all really hard-hitting issues that you don't expect in a Dr. Seuss musical. And if you're a kid and if you're not explicitly looking for them, they're gonna go right over your head and you're just gonna enjoy the flashy colors and the pretty Dr. Seuss characters that you recognize. This has been recently one of my most requested shows to do for Show of the Week, and I'm sure it's in no small part because it is a very popular high school and community theater show. Chances are, if you're watching this, you may have seen or been in a community theater or high school production of Seussical. And there's a really good reason for that. Seussical has a gigantic ensemble cast with a bunch of different named parts that works really well for high school or educational theater because everyone gets to feel important, and it has quite a large number of ungendered parts. Like, who cares who plays the Cat in the Hat or Jojo the Kid, or really a lot of the characters in the show. And in a world where a lot of popular pieces of musical theater have a lot of male roles and not a lot of female roles, while the people who audition for musical theater are a lot of ladies and not a lot of guys, when you find a show that is super flexible, like Seussical, of course it's going to be popular. And thank goodness it's such a great show. It's a little much at some times for sure, and some of the plot can feel a little disjointed. That's what you get with such an episodic musical. But to see the wonderful world of Dr. Seuss brought to life on stage, you want to see all of these different characters and all of these different things kind of tied together. I think one of the things I like about this show so much is you can perform it with any level of production design. I've seen productions of Seussical that look like the book just opened up on stage and it is exactly the representation of Dr. Seuss's work. You know, big cutouts, wonderful ornate things that absolutely evoke the book and all of the books that the musical is based on. I've also seen productions in gymnasiums where everyone is wearing just a different colored shirt and everyone's character is just suggested, and these productions are equally as moving. And I think it speaks to a really well-written piece of musical theater. Yeah, I said it. Seussical's great. Go listen to it. And I'll see you next week. In the OBC recording of Seussical, I guess the only recording of Seussical, if you listen to the song Horton Hears a Who, where the bird girls sing, "And gently and using the greatest of care, the elephant stretched his great." Now the lyric is trunk, and if you're expecting to hear trunk, as you are because you're just picturing an elephant, that's what you'll hear. But if you go into that song expecting to hear the word schlong, you might hear that as well. There's your dirty Seussical joke of the day.